Dakar, the vibrant heart of Senegal. Sprawling across the Cap Vert Peninsula, the city hums with life. Dusty streets buzz with energy, steeped in colorful culture and scattered with architectural gems both old and new. On the far western edge, rising from the twin hills of Les Mamelles, stands Africa's tallest statue, the African Renaissance Monument. A bold symbol of Senegal's independence from French West Africa, casting its gaze across the Atlantic. From there, I set out across the city through sprawling neighborhoods and bustling markets, stopping at majestic mosques that rise like quiet sanctuaries amidst the chaos. And here's how it went.
Hey guys, thanks for clicking the video. Real quick, if you find this video helpful or entertaining in any way and you want to help support the channel and this type of travel content, you can become a monthly Patreon by clicking the link in the description, or you can leave a one-time super thanks on the YouTube platform. No one's paying me to make these videos. I simply do it because I'm passionate about bringing these foreign destinations, cultures, and experiences to you. So if you want to help the channel out, definitely leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. That really helps as well. So thanks for your support. Now let's get to the adventure. Good morning guys, and welcome back to Dakar, Senegal. We are continuing our exploration of this massive city, the capital city of Senegal here. And today is going to be a big exploration day. I've been showing you guys some of the beaches in the northern part of the Cap Vert Peninsula, but today I want to show you a little bit more of the downtown and some of the other sites that you can see here in Dakar. So we are starting in the Almaties area. That's where I've been staying this past week, and just about a mile and a half south of the Almaties area is the African Renaissance statue, which is the tallest statue in Africa. So we're just gonna go for a little walk, check out that statue to start off the morning. So yeah, let's go. I have just walked a little ways to the African Renaissance Monument, and again, this is the tallest statue in Africa. It's about 150 feet tall, and it's on the Les Mamelles, or the two hills that are above the city of Dakar. So it really stands quite a ways above the city here. And at the base, you have these stairs that take you up to this man who's holding a baby and holding his wife. And the statue was built in 2010 on the 50th anniversary of the independence of Senegal from the French West Africa. So yeah, let's head up these stairs, get a closer look at the monument. I know that there's a way to get up to the top of the statue onto the guy's head and get some nice views overlooking Dakar. So yeah, let's head up the stairs. I have just come up the stairs and we are right at the base of this massive statue, and when you're up here you can really just appreciate how big it is looking up at the 150 feet of this huge statue. And fun little fact is that it was actually built by the North Koreans, who I guess have built a lot of statues throughout the continent of Africa. But again, largest statue in Africa. You can go to the top of the head, but there's a massive tour group here now that's going to go up, like a field trip, and then it's also 10 euro. So I don't know if it's worth going up to the top, because from here you're already up on a hill and you're getting a nice view overlooking the city of Dakar, which is quite hazy anyways, so I'm not sure how much better the views would be from up there. But yeah, it's definitely one of the icons of Dakar, Senegal, being up here. So gonna enjoy some of the views, and then we're gonna keep working our way along the coast, and there's another mosque that's right on the water here that's very iconic in Dakar, so we'll eventually head there and check that out. So I've just come a little bit further along the promenade here, and we just have a stunning view looking down on the Mosque of the Divinity here. And with the morning light and the cliffs in the distance and the bright blue water of the beach, it just looks beautiful. And the mosque itself was built in 1997, and to me it just has this very like cartoonish look. It has these very rounded domes, and then even the spires of the minaret have these like rounded, almost egg-shaped look to them, and then you have this green and red color to it. It's just very unique and in just such a beautiful location with the Atlantic Ocean in the distance. So there's some stairs from the promenade here that'll take us down to check out the mosque, and then again there's a beautiful beach behind there. So let's head down. I've just come down the hill here, and I'm right in front of the Mosque of the Divinity, and you have just this beautiful white tiling. You can see the red and green tiling as well. It doesn't look like it's open today, and I don't know if visitors are allowed to go in if you're non-Muslim anyways, but yeah, beautiful mosque. And then just these minarets are just so interesting looking. They're just so rounded. They almost look alien or like futuristic somehow. So very much love the architecture of this. And then right at the base of the mosque here is the Wacom Beach. So let's just head over and check out the little beach that's in front of this mosque. I've just come down to the Wacom Beach, and it's this nice little cove. You have some cliffs on both sides here, so it's just a nice little sandy beach. You have a lot more of these colorful fishing boats that we saw in Yacht Beach yesterday, but I'm not really seeing as much of the surfing culture as I thought. I heard that this was like a surfing beach. There's a little bit of a break out there, but it also looks like there's some rocks. I don't see anyone surfing. But yeah, very colorful boats, and then nice just having those two minarets just above those colorful boats there. So yeah, pretty cool little beach. Definitely a very calm, relaxed beach here. So anyways, from here guys, we are going to keep heading south along the Cap Vert Peninsula and eventually make our way to the colonial Old Town, where we're going to see some older buildings from the French West African era and maybe a mosque and a church down there. So yeah, let's figure out our way to get down there. Maybe a bus, maybe a taxi. We'll see. So let's head that way. I have been working my way south across the Cap Vert Peninsula here, and one of the reasons I love walking is I just stumbled upon this Masalikoul Djinane mosque, which is the biggest mosque in West Africa, and you have this huge gold dome in the middle. You have 5 of these towering minarets, and this was completed in 2019, and I was looking at some pictures on Google, and it looks like it has a beautiful interior. So I'm going to see if I can head into this biggest mosque in West Africa and check out the inside. as I was wandering the courtyard out there, a guide came up to me and he's showing me the inside of the mosque here, and we started in the main prayer hall, which was absolutely stunning, but then we've come out the back here and we're entered another courtyard with the really tall minaret that's 77 meters tall, and then there's all of these hallways and other passageways that are just around the back of the mosque here, and there's just some of the most intricate and beautiful interior I've ever seen. You have this very yellow and red, very like sandy Sahara kind of look to it, and it's just absolutely stunning. You have all of these incredible chandeliers, and I'm just blown away. Like, this is absolutely amazing. Just got a nice little tour of the whole mosque complex because it goes quite a bit. Again, there's some more hallways and prayer rooms behind, but we've made it back to the main prayer hall here. I just wanted to show you so much of the detail here. You have all of these beautiful archways that surround here. Then you have this massive chandelier and domed ceiling right in the middle with just such intricate design, and again just has this yellow, red, blue kind of color scheme to it, and these golden pillars. Is just one of the most beautiful mosques I've seen, and just so unexpected. When I was just walking by, I couldn't believe how beautiful and intricate the interior is here.
شيقلي باشرشري كري تقدهي دوبا دوبا شيقلي باشرشري مشيري تقدهي دوبا دوبا.
I've just walked about 1.5 miles, 2 miles down the main road that cuts through the center of Dakar, and I've made it to the Grand Mosque of Dakar, which was built in 1964, and this is considered the most religiously significant building in the city, and it was designed by a French and Moroccan architect, so it has very similar architectural style to one of the mosques in Casablanca. You have this really tall minaret that's about 64 meters tall. It has these green arched designs to it. So we're gonna head into the mosque here, see what it looks like on the inside.
دوبا 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 دوبا.
I've just entered the Grand Mosque here, and there is this bright red carpet on the floor, and then you just have hundreds of these white archways with these green pillars all throughout the prayer hall here. You have a couple of these metal chandeliers that are above it, and it's just like this maze of archways as you're going through here. It's just amazing. Look at all of these rows and rows of arches.
Yeah, da da doba doba. Shigeli ba shashri ani mashidei doba doba.
So that was the Grand Mosque here, and just beautiful interior, bright red carpets, so many archways all throughout. More of the old town, and this is where we're going to see some of the old French West African architecture, some of the colonial architecture, and the train station, and some other government buildings. So yeah, let's continue walking on, and I think the train station will be next. So yeah, let's keep walking.
Ndebali tentula Avana limfalie Bali tentula Ndebali tentula.
I have literally walked the whole length of the peninsula now, and I'm on the southern part of the Cap Vert, and I've finally made it to the old town, or this is also called the plateau area, and I've made it to the Gare de Dakar, which is the main train station here, and this was built in the late 1800s by the French and originally connected Dakar all the way to Niger, so it went quite a ways across West Africa, but recently it's been repurposed and it mainly serves as a train station from here to the Dakar airport, which is about an hour outside of the main city here. But the front facade of the building just has these really colorful tiles and just a nice look to it. And then from here, right across the street, we have the port, and that's where you'll get the ferry over to Gore Island, which I did in a whole nother video, which is one of the main sites to see here in Dakar. And then from here, you have a little bit more of these taller skyscrapers, a little bit of a downtown feel. And then throughout here, there's also some other old colonial architecture. So yeah, let's go for a little walk through the downtown here and show you guys some of that architecture. Just a few blocks up from the train station of Dakar is the Independence Plaza here, and this is a big open place right in the middle of the old town that commemorates the independence of Senegal from France in the 1960s. And surrounding the plaza here, you have a couple of these old government buildings, so a few colonial type buildings, and you also have a couple of these tall skyscraper type buildings and apartments around here. And then in the center of the Independence Plaza, you have this concrete flag of Senegal. It looks like there used to be a fountain around here as well. So yeah, nice open place here and some cool architecture surrounding the Independence Plaza. And just a few blocks from here is one of the oldest markets in the old town, so we're gonna head a few blocks that way and check out the market. Just a couple blocks from the Independence Plaza, we have made it to Marché Kermel, which is in this old Victorian building that's kind of rounded. And inside, I think there's a fruit and vegetable type market, but it's also a bit of a souvenir market. So if you're looking for some local Senegalese artwork, you can come here and check it out. And again, it's right in the heart of the downtown area here, but again, has a very cool outer look and facade to the building. So yeah, let's head into the market. That was a walk through Marché Kermel, and the inside is a very local market with lots of fruits and vegetables, meat, fish, and then on the outside you do have a bit of a souvenir market here. You have a lot of different wooden statues, African masks, paintings, bracelets, jewelry, lots of different stuff you can buy on the outside here if you're looking for some cool Senegalese souvenirs. So anyways, just a few blocks from here, we will hit the Corniche, which is the road that goes right along the water all along the peninsula here. So let's head there and get some views looking over the water. It actually took a little bit longer to get to the water than I thought because there's some private beach clubs on this side of the peninsula here right near the downtown. But I've made it to the Corniche, and one of the best parts about Dakar is it is on this huge peninsula, so there's just so much seafront. So there's so many places where you can come and see the water. There's lots of different public beaches as well as these beach resorts all along the water, so you're always just getting nice views. And from this side of the peninsula here, we can look out at Gorée Island, and we can look out at a little bit more of the peninsula that spreads out a little bit more that way. But we just have this nice seafront, and it's just a beautiful way to end my time here in Dakar. And I think that's about it for today's tour. There were a couple other things that I would have liked to show you guys. I know there's like a church right in the old town area there, and I'm sure there are a couple more market things, but I think I showed you most of the main sites over the last couple days, showing you some of the beaches way on the northern part in the Ngor Almaty's area, showing you Almaty's the most western point of the continent of Africa, and then showing you guys the old town here, some of the old colonial architecture, one of the older mosques here, and then that brand new mosque that opened just a few years ago, which just had a beautiful interior. Just absolutely blew me away seeing that one. And then the local market there at the end was just really interesting to see. So yeah, again, this city is massive. I'm sure there's so much more I could show you guys all throughout Dakar, but hopefully that gives you an idea of some of the top things that you can see and do if you have some time in this city. But I am gonna go explore more of Senegal. I really don't know what is next exactly, but eventually I'm gonna work my way further and further south and east along the coast of Senegal, heading towards Gambia. So I'm looking forward to exploring that and taking you guys along with me on this adventure through the southern part of Senegal. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys learn something about Senegal or gives you some ideas of some things to do here in Dakar, and I'll see you guys next time when we continue exploring Senegal.